For over 20 years, the best young bowlers in the country have come together to bowl for national titles, spots on Unit Team USA, and scholarship money. This year, a record-shattering field of more than 3,500 bowlers came to the suburban Cleveland area when the Junior Gold Championships, presented by the Branson Ebonite, began. Today, only 2 bowlers in each division remain, each looking to call themselves a champion. Welcome, bowling fans, to the U15 Junior Gold Championships from Cleveland. 4 great young bowlers set to compete for a title. Now, let's meet our competitors.
And now let's meet the athletes competing for the 2017 Junior Gold Championships in the under 15 division. First in the girls division, from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Sarah Saines. And from Fresno, California, Jennifer Loretto. And in the boys division, from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, Anthony Nyer. And from Beverly Hills, California, Solomon Salama.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to suburban Cleveland. Great to have with us for bowling on CBS Sports Network. Dave Ryan alongside the Hall of Famer Marshall Homan, who you and I met. There are 4 bowlers, very impressive young players, certainly. Chance now to really get a good idea about what high school bowling means to them.
Well, I think high school bowling is extraordinarily important to them. It gives them not only an avenue to compete for their schools, but it helps to pick up the level of their game, both physically and mentally.
Things went pretty well for you on tour. You won 22 titles en route to being a Hall of Famer. But if you had high school bowling, how would that have changed things for you?
Well, it would have made high school more fun for me because I would have had a chance to compete for my team, and I would have been a pretty good high school player. So it would have been fun. As far as what it would have done for my career, or I'm not really sure. I don't know if it had a lot of effect on that, but just for the pleasure of being able to be involved in a school sport, I would have relished that.
Well, we're going to have fun watching these 4 great bowlers coming up on CBS Sports Network. When we come back to suburban Cleveland, it is time to bowl. 4 great bowlers bidding for a championship. Junior Gold U15 is on the way. Ready to go from Wickliffe, Ohio, Junior Girls U15 Championship. Sarah Saines, Jennifer Loretto, head-to-head.
Watch them in practice. I'll tell you, it's very impressive. Good-looking players.
Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Just a little light. Doesn't quite roll the 2-pin, but not a bad start. Well, I tell you, when the tournament actually starts in earnest, when the TV shots are thrown, there's more adrenaline on those first few shots, and it can do strange things.
Bottom line, it's always great to start off with a mark.
Yeah.
Get your spare. Here's Jennifer from Fresno, California. She'll be a sophomore in high school this fall.
Beautiful shot from the southpaw.
Our BPAA oil pattern, Marshall, break it down for us.
All righty. Take a look at our oil pattern. It is a 41-foot pattern, so the oil goes all the way down to that area. It's concentrated in the front part of the lane, a little dry towards the end. Lighter here. It's a little bit of what I would call a medium scoring pattern. Solid 6-pin for Loretto. It's a shot maker's pattern. I mean, you can't spray the ball too much. It gives you a little bit of room. But like you said earlier, David, it's just important to make those marks, especially early in the game.
The lefty takes care of business. Good spare.
In the first few frames, for people who aren't used to bowling on TV, and even for people who are, it's a matter of really, you don't totally get acclimated until you throw a few shots. And so that's what they're doing right now, getting used to the surroundings. Strikes would be a bonus. and she comes in light again, this time leaving the 2-4-5-8, the bucket. That's a tough one.
Not easy to convert the bucket. This is a 2-game total pinfall championship match. So if you do get behind, there's time to climb out of the hole and come back.
Yeah, no time. There's no reason to panic early.
Especially, yeah, exactly. Start of the match. Cannot convert the bucket. Leaves the 4-pin open frame for Sarah. An early 15-pin deficit. Future for the sport. Road to the finals. Check the brackets. Here, Marshall, see how each player got this far.
Yeah, well, Sarah Saines, she beat Sarah Lynn Nasberg 412 to 317, so beat her pretty handily. And Jennifer Laredo, she took care of Caroline Theiser 381-365. That was a close game, and that's a great shot. First strike of the game for Saines, coming off that open frame. That'll help settle the nerves. We'll watch this ball come in half pocket. It was a little bit further left off her hand than the bucket shot. And the 6-pin friendly little kiss of the 10.
Dad Ray providing some insight, coaching, and some help. Here's Jennifer, lefty. Wow, nice looking shot.
3 great shots for Jennifer. She's on strike, solid 6-pin, and then ringing 7.
Really nice looking shot.
Hard and straight. Hard and straight.
Oh.
And it hooked on her. I don't know if she switched to a spare ball or not.
So whiffs on the 7.
Yeah, that's.
And an open changes things. You see her road to the finals.
Yeah, she had a nice easy road. Never lost. Well, she had to beat Theiser 2 times and was able to do that.
Pretty good response to the open frame, but does have another 7-pin to shoot at.
Well, she's going to have to change her methodology a little bit if she wants to make this one. I'm hoping that's some kind of a spare ball, but I'm not completely sure.
There's the 7 and gets it this time.
Picks it up
nice
nicely.
Conversion. Got to make her feel good after that.
Yeah, and that is in fact a spare ball. It hooked on her last time, but much better.
Some VIPs in the house. Here you see Bill O'Neill.
Yeah, great bowler in his own
Watching here,
right.
the real deal, 8-time champ, former PBA Rookie of the Year.
There's a double for Saines.
And as Bill told us before the broadcast, he's an aspiring announcer. So you and some others like Randy Peterson should watch out.
That's just, hey, listen, that's okay by me. I'll tell you, I had a chance to work a little bit with Bill in some internet broadcasting, and does a good job. USBC Board of Directors.
Yep, great to see Bill here.
Boy, I probably should have been more respectful.
Appreciate his contributions. Sarah's got all 10 down.
And after digging a little bit of a hole early by missing the bucket, she comes right back, throws 3 great strikes in a row. Opposition throws and opens. We see this head pin going to the sideboard and taking care of the 2, 4, 5, 8 and everything else on that side of the lane. She finds herself with a 17-pin lead. There we go. 7-pin, the last to fall. Both these ladies have very nice form. Good solid approaches. Important shot in the 6th frame. That looked to be pulled. Went through the nose. Just did not project the ball far enough left. You could see it immediately. Jennifer doesn't show a lot of emotion. Very businesslike. Look out. Picks it up.
Nicely done by Jennifer Laredo. Game 1, 2-game total pinfall match underway from Wickliffe, Ohio. Saines, Laredo head-to-head looking for a championship. Turkey for Sarah Saines from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. She's hot now, a 17-pin lead on Jennifer Laredo in our girls U15 championship. Hello to Ken Keegan, Executive Director of Logo Infusion. Great to see Ken here. Sarah last year got to the U15 championship in Indy and lost to Mabel Cummins in a very exciting match. So another chance for Sarah.
Yeah, little redemption.
2017.
This is for 4 in a row. That's a little bit left, but boy, that
Bagger,
help
oh, you bet, Marshall. All 10
really
down.
holds pocket nicely. Very, very calm. Doesn't get too overly excited.
And we spoke with Sarah about being in that championship last year. She said she couldn't wait to get back out from the shot.
Oh, I'm sure. Great camera angle. You can see that ball tracking down right into the pocket.
That's a little bit high, and that ends up in a split.
Yeah, that's the 4, the 6, and the 7, and she got away with being a little bit left of her target on the right-hand lane. Did not get anywhere near getting away with it there, and now all of a sudden a big lead is going to disappear really in a hurry. She got the count. That's a smart thing to do.
Sarah was also runner-up at the U12 event 2014 in Buffalo, so she's had a couple second-place finishes. I'd love to flip the script and win an event here today. Jennifer Laredo from Fresno's got other ideas.
That's the first ball that she did not hit the pocket on. That got wide on her and just never did track up at all. Like I said, there's a little room to go left and right, but not that far left, young lady. Leaves the 1, 3, 9, and the 6. Or the 1, 3, 6, and 9.
1, 3, 6, 9.
If you want to count correctly.
Preferably. Covers nicely. Good job for Jennifer. Our Junior Gold Championships tournament format. U15 division, 26 games of qualifying, then advancing to double elimination match play. And we are in a 2-game total pinfall championship match here today.
16 pins down. That's still very manageable. Better looking shot, but it still doesn't track up. Interesting. I'm just wondering if we're getting a little bit of carry down on her side of the lane, but you know, she was right in the pocket the first 4 or 5 frames, and then of late has not been able to get it done. Ball comes in very light. Fortunate that she doesn't leave the washout. Leaves an easy 1-3. And she did the smart thing. She played that as if it was a strike shot, give her an opportunity to throw her ball as if she was throwing a strike. Sarah doesn't, you know, she got that oil ring on her ball, but she doesn't wipe it off. Her preference.
See her road to the finals. Good lane level look at her shot, and all 10 down.
That was a nice friendly roll. Take another look at Sarah. Ball over the 7 or 8 board, tracking up, just touching enough of the head pin. That's the shot that Dick Weber made famous back in the 60s and the 70s. That wall shot, 4-5-7. See you later. Great shot from Sarah. Backs up that strike. For those of you who don't know who Dick Weber is, that would be Pete Weber's father. And I'm pretty sure most everyone knows who Dick Weber was. Greatest ambassador bowling ever had, and a wonderful, talented Hall of Fame player in his own right.
Absolute legend, no question about it.
See if Sarah can get back in the pocket. She does, but she can't get that corner pin to fall over. That's 3 7-pins that she's left.
Sarah got so hot. 6 out of 7 strikes for her. So Jennifer, foundation frame, down by 29. But this is about total pinfall for 2 games.
A good cover of the 7-pin.
Jennifer told us pre-match, focus, execution, making spares, probably my biggest strengths. Neither very emotional bowler.
No.
They internalize it. They sure are talented.
There she goes. Don't want to let Miss Sains get too far ahead. Possible 191 for Laredo. Sains can punch out for 230.
Jennifer also likes tennis. Big Serena Williams fan. How about Venus making the finals of Wimbledon this year?
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Great shot. Stay in touch with that lead. Stay in touch with that lead. Way to go.
You never want to be behind, Marshall, but what's the range of
Well, you
pins
like,
down you want to be going to that second game?
you'd like to stay within, 20 or 30 pins if you can, but it would. You just want, if you got a chance to strike out of the 10th frame and chop 10 pins off that lead. I mean, you just got to do it.
We're going to strike out in the 10th and a solid finish. She'll get 8.
189 will be the game for Jennifer Laredo. Not a bad game, but Sarah Sains with a chance to shoot 2-3-0. Well, she got a fistful of that. Really threw that ball nicely at the bottom of the swing. There's Ray. That's Sarah's dad, and Sarah's proud dad right now. He'd be proud of her no matter what she was shooting.
Ray was very involved too last year. I remember watching the family just hanging on every shot. It's just got to be such incredible pressure. It's a great opportunity, of course, but
Sure.
for the parents to see their kids in a championship match, it's a lot.
Will that hold? Not quite. Leaves the 4 pin, so looks like it's going to be 219. And that'll be a 30-pin advantage.
Game 1 complete. 219, 189, and a very healthy lead for Sarah Sains, trying for the U15 Junior Gold Championship, head-to-head with Jennifer Laredo from Fresno, California. She'll look to make a comeback in Game 2. Comes up next. A little more on the Junior Gold Championship. More than 3,500 entrants from all 50 states. Boys and girls in 3 age divisions. Tremendous opportunity.
It's great. I'm so glad that they have this event. I wish there would have been something like that when I was a kid, but I'm glad it's here now. It's healthy for the youngsters. It's great for the game, and it's fun for us.
Okay, Jennifer Laredo opens up Game 2. Big deficit.
30 pins. That's got to hurry.
It's the pocket. 1-3.
She is not lined in right now. Game is not. Just looks like the ball just laboring out there. Needs to get that ball further to the right or slow the speed down, but she keeps doing the same thing, and the ball keeps not. It just doesn't come back. And then that's real bad. That's unfortunate, unforced. Maybe a ball change to something more aggressive.
Can't wait too much longer if you're going to go that route.
No. Well, that lead just went to 41 pins. And you can see
Sarah takes advantage.
She didn't like it off her hand. She threw the ball. You could see her body language saying as if to say uh-oh, but uh-oh turned into a slap 6 pin. We'll see if she gives a little bit of a. She looked down as if she didn't like the way maybe she's stuck or something, but look, the ball's perfect. 11 more uh-ohs for a 300. Beautiful shot.
10 more. Great looking shot from Sarah Sains. She is in control. 51 pin lead and opens with a double. Jennifer Laredo
Sticking with that same ball.
does not make the ball change.
See if
She
she-
has got to start striking quickly.
Well, that was more direct. Beautiful.
That's better.
Yeah.
Her favorite pro bowler, Francois Lavoie. You and I have seen him do some pretty good things.
Francois Lavoie, the unbelievable player. This shot looked like it was just more directed to the right. Looks like she's got a little bit of room to the right and no room to the left. So she's got a little bit of hold, but not very much swing. Make her know you're here. There you go.
Thinking about McHenry, playing for the O'Keefes or SFA as well. Really good bowling programs. She's only 14, but it's never too early to think about that, right?
Sure. For a bowler of her caliber, it's not too early. Right through the heart, 4-6-10. There's life. This ball was just never projected to the right at all. Cut it a little bit short. And doesn't get any kind of a break at all. Just take the count. Her lead is going to disappear. Certainly not all of it, but a chunk of it.
That changes the match a little bit, just like that. 26 pins. Leaves the 4-pin. That stands for Sarah, who's had a lot of really great international experience with the Puerto Rican national junior team. 5 gold medals, 8 silver and 4 bronze medals. She says she's been able to do that with the Team Puerto Rico. Very impressive.
Well, just like the last time when she threw a wide open split, came right back to the next frame, threw a strike. All right, Jennifer.
This is it. This is a chance right here.
Just handed an opportunity.
Chance to cut it to
step
16.
through the door.
Yes, she can. Big hit on the 10-pin. And a turkey. Joey David, Vivian Laredo, Jennifer's parents are here.
They're liking what they're seeing. Liking what they're seeing now, but
Mom and Dad are focused too, right? Everyone's intense.
They look nervous.
I would be so nervous.
Oh,
as a
yeah.
parent.
Yeah. Can cut it to a 6-pin deficit. I mean, my gosh, it's like in a heartbeat, it went from 50 pins to almost nothing. Will that get there? Nope.
Not quite. 3-pin.
Still, it's in a manageable position now. That ball there, she let get off to the right, to the left a little bit. I mentioned earlier, her mistake has got to be to her right. She doesn't have any room to hook it back, but she seems to have room to hold the pocket. Pick that up. There you go.
Got the spare.
You know, if she doesn't miss that 1-3 in the first frame, it's a 6-pin game right now. But like I said, after last time that Sarah threw a wide open split, she came right back with a bunch of strikes.
Twice a runner-up. U12, U15. Is this the year Sarah finishes? Had to miss the pocket. 2-5 standing.
Well, that's the adjustment for making the split. She made sure she didn't come in high again. The ball passed the pocket. Hurry, hurry. Single-digit lead. 5 pins.
Things have changed dramatically.
It was 51 pins back in the 3rd frame. Before she threw her ball in the 3rd frame, she had a 51 pin lead.
Here's Sarah trying to find that pocket and look out.
2-8-10.
2-8-10. Challenging, Marshall.
Well, you're not going to make this. I mean, once in a blue moon, it's just, you know, she won. She finished second last year. We'll watch this ball sail by the pocket again, leaving the 2-8-10. She finished second last year. She has a 51 pin lead with 7 frames to go this year, and now she's in a deficit. I mean, I don't know how her brain works, but I know if it was my brain, it would be going panic right now.
Wow, Jennifer Laredo on the bench, now up by 6 pins, heading into her 6th frame. Work on a spare when we return. What a turnaround here in game 2. Jennifer Laredo from Fresno, California. Sarah Saines from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, head-to-head in the U15 Junior Gold Championship match. Jennifer, 50-plus pin deficit to begin this second game in the 2-game total pinfall championship. All of a sudden, she's up by 6.
Yeah,
Sarah's collapsed.
First time throwing the ball with a lead and throws it great. It was actually in the third frame of this game she was down by 51 pins, and now she's got a 6-pin lead with the hammer up. She's got that strike up in the last frame. Wonderful shot here. Great direction down the lane. High flush in the pocket. The only thing that could have stood there would have been the solid 9-pin, and everything just disappears fast. So she can take this to a double-digit lead. From being lost to being right in command. Plus 16. Wow. Proud papa.
So if you are Ray, Sarah's dad, what are you advising her right now to do?
I just take a deep breath and go back to what you were doing 7 minutes ago. She helped that one. It held on. Ooh, I thought that was going to creep up high. You can see she sort of helps at the bottom of the swing, but it stays very high flush. 4-pin, 7-pin, the last couple to fall over. She most certainly does not look like she's nervous or anywhere near being in any kind of a panicky situation. Just do what you did the last shot, Sarah. Or even throw
like that.
Even throw it better. That's a great shot.
Perfect location in the 1-3 pocket.
Boy, I'm just marveling at not only the execution of the last couple shots, but coming off such a disastrous few frames, she's really shown me a lot of class in hanging in there. Now it's just a 6-pin game again.
8th frame looks for the turkeys.
That's high.
Stay hot. And leaves the 4-7.
I said she's got a little room to the right, not that much. This ball just got right off her hand immediately. She's even pointing. She's pointing to the right as if to say, keep hooking, go Brooklyn, give me a break. Look out. Just hangs on. Oh, boy.
A lot at stake, not just the championship here, Marshall, but a spot on the developmental junior Team USA squad
my
as
gosh.
well
Huge.
for Jennifer if she wins.
If Sarah wins, she won't be on that?
She's already with the Puerto Rican national team.
That is correct.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Big time shot. 60 feet to success for Jennifer in crunch time.
Big shot in the 9th frame to set up the 10th. However, Sarah, if she were to strike in the 9th, 10th, and 11th, get decent count, she's your winner. She has the ball in her hand.
9th frame, huge shot.
Oh, leaves the half 10. Well played. Real good shot, but wasn't able to clip that 10-pin over. We'll take another look at it. You'll watch that pesky 6-pin, second from your right. It tries to bounce out of the channel, but it gets stuck, does not get there. Only thing left to do is make your spare, young lady. She got it. Now, if she strikes out in the 10th frame, she'll force Laredo to get the first strike in the 10th. But she cannot shut her out.
If we have a tie, 1-ball roll.
It's a 1-ball roll-off. The chances of a tie, not great, but it's possible. Hurry. Well, with a mark here, she will force Jennifer Laredo to mark in the 10th frame. Pretty sure she knows exactly what the situation is. I'd be shocked if she didn't. You know, we've seen very few matches in the Junior Gold where there weren't some mistakes made, and that is to be expected. These are young players, 12-year-old players, 15-year-olds. You know, this, you can't expect them to have, you know, anywhere near a professional kind of a game. But boy, minimizing those mistakes is important. That will give her 176. It'll still force Laredo to mark in the 10th frame. Any kind of a mark, spare a strike, Jennifer Laredo will be our champion.
For the championship.
And she could not have thrown it better.
Down. Jennifer Laredo with a huge strike. And she comes through to win a championship in suburban Cleveland today.
You saw the smile on her father's face? I don't know if Jennifer can believe it. I don't think her father can believe it right now. And I really feel for Sarah, although she's smiling and seems to have a wonderful attitude toward everything. That was not a good rack. That was, I could see the one and the two pin were close together, but it doesn't matter. Your champion is going to be and is Jennifer Laredo from Fresno, California. I've got great memories of Fresno. Won my first tournament there back in 1975. I hate to say it was that long ago. Unfortunately, that bowling center is no longer there, Cedar Lanes, but great memories. That doesn't matter either. There's your champion. There's her parents, and a hug from Sarah Saines.
Down by as many as 51 pins, she rallies and wins the 2017 Junior Gold U15 Championship. Congratulations to Jennifer Laredo from Fresno, California. What a moment for her today. She is a national champion.
What a great comeback.
Football.
What a moment for Jennifer Laredo. 411-395, a win over Sarah Saines in the Junior Gold U15 Girls Championship in Wickliffe, Ohio, outside Cleveland. Now we're set for the Boys Championship match. 2-game total pinfall.
A couple of players who are familiar with each other.
Solomon, defending champion in this event, head-to-head with Anthony Nyer, son of former pro Andy Nyer, who won on the 1994 PBA Tour season in St. Louis. Here's his son, big lefty, big backswing, big shot, good start for Anthony.
Yes, it is. And both of these players are bowling off the left-hand side with non-aggressive urethane equipment.
Solomon steps up from Beverly Hills, California.
Two-hander. And as you said, the defending champion. That looked like he dropped the ball early, but I have to see. I'm going to have to watch his next shot. I watched him in practice, and I did not hear the ball hit quite like that.
Leaves the 7.
Yeah, we'll take another look at Solomon. Classic two-hand release. But it didn't look like he got off his hand quite as crisp as he would have liked, but he didn't seem to be upset with it. Switches to a spare ball. Hard and straight. Hurry, hurry.
Got it.
Whoa.
Trying to become the first ever to repeat. And the champion. Junior Gold history.
And regardless of which one of these players win, they'll be the first time that there's ever been a boy to win 2 Junior Golds, because Nyer won the U12 back in 14.
2014 U12 champ. Wouldn't that be something? So some history definitely will be made here today. Outside Cleveland, Solomon. Avoid the 7-10, almost had some help on the 7, everything but fall down.
Well, the messenger came over there, but didn't have enough energy to knock over that 7-pin. We'll take another look at it. There goes the head pin to the sideboard. It's coming back, but the top of the pin hit it. If the base of the pin hits it, it falls over for sure. But the top of the pin, not a lot of mass there.
Has the mark. Single pin spare conversion. Our BPAA oil pattern. Marshall, what are we looking at here?
Well, we're looking at the 41-foot pattern. There's the 41-foot mark. Concentration of oil in the front of the lane. A little bit lighter here in the center, lighter on the outsides, but still only a medium scoring pace. Not a lot of room for error. Players are either going to try and find a little bit room left, a little bit of room right. They're probably not going to find both. Great shot from Nair and an early double. He's a strong young man.
Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, 15 years old.
Let's take a look at his backswing. And it is way up there. He gets more on the ball than his dad does. Do you hear that, Andy? Andy knows. Strong young man who's just getting stronger. 15 years old. Looking for 3 in a row. Just a bit high, leaves the 6-pin. I was talking to his father, and he was saying that the two young men are both good friends and have respect. There's my friend Andy. We bowled on tour together back in the 90s. He was a pretty darn good bowler back in the 90s. My best days had been behind me, but I languished out there for a while anyway. Good cover on the 6-pin. I had a chance to do a senior U.S. Open tournament just a month or two ago, and Andy was in that tournament. Made the match play, but didn't do very well in match play. Played very well in the Senior Masters the week before.
He's won title, the Bud Light Hall of Fame Championship, Tropicana Lanes outside St. Louis back in 1994 for Andy. Solomon, the defending champ. Gets some help this time with a 7-pin. Down it goes. Flashback last year. Arcachi was his opponent. This was pretty close as well. Went down to the 10th frame of the second game. Total pinfall in the end. Solomon won 417 to 409 to win the championship. He's grown up quite a bit, hasn't he, in that year?
He really has. Yeah,
There's
there's
a very
a
impressive young man.
lot of maturity in his face over 1 year.
And he didn't seem to be particularly bothered by the fact that he's the defending champ. Not a lot of pressure, he said to us pre-match today. He feels like it's just another day out there in the lanes. That's the sign already, I think, of a true champion.
Yeah, well, they're both
pressure.
Both these players have a sense of maturity that's beyond their years. We see a great shot from Solomon. That ties the game up. They're all even right now. Nair started out with a couple of strikes and a 9-count spare. Solomon had a couple of spares and a couple of strikes, so it's all even after 4. .39, got that ball a little bit to the left, down lane, and with this non-reactive equipment, it's not going to bite off the back ends like like the more aggressive cover stocks. Not the most enjoyable spare to shoot at, but the big guy should be able to handle it. And he does.
Carries the double wood nicely. Good job there from Anthony. He lives in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. It's the home of Bucknell University. But he's thinking about Webber International, McHenry, William Patterson, among several schools with great bowling programs.
You think you'll have any suitors?
Yes.
I agree. I most certainly agree.
Out of the family tradition in his game, no question.
Well, comes in high on the left-hand lane after coming in light on the right. Doesn't seem to, okay, made a bad shot, came in high. That's all right. You can see Andy on the right, sort of scratching his face. Kind of, there's nothing he can do but root for his boy. Anthony needs to pick this up to maintain a 5-pin deficit. Great shot. 2 tough spares back to back. 3-9 and the 2-4-7.
As we expected, neck and neck here, midway point, game 1. 2-game total pinfall championship match. Son and dad will converse a bit.
I'm sure Andy would have some words of wisdom as to what to do when he gets back up on the lanes. Well, he really lifts the daylights out of that ball. Great shot that he really just comes through the ball real hard at the bottom, right up the back of the ball, gets a lot of lift. Wow.
Salama is locked in right now. He's got a 25-pin lead on Anthony Nair. U15 boys championship match continues next. Into his 7th frame now. And Solomon has been so locked in. We'll see how he responds after the break. Anthony's into football as well. Big Aaron Rodgers fan. Likes the Packers. You'd think he would be a Steelers or Eagles guy.
You would think so.
Pennsylvania. Not too far from Philly.
You would think he might play some football. Oh, that's a terrible break. I definitely want to see the pin action there. It's very unusual. It was high flush and the 10-pin never even moved. Let's take a look. Pins go in front of it, pins go around it. That's bowling, unfortunately. Sometimes great shots are not paid back the way they should be. Other times you can get a good break. So long run it evens out, but bad break for Nair. Must make. Well, Nair did exactly what he needed to do. I mean, he made a good shot in the 6th, good shot in the 7th. They just didn't fall.
Here comes Solomon out, red hot.
He's got 4 strikes in a row.
Bagger, yep, looking for the 5-bagger here into the 7th frame as you see his road to the finals. About 37, didn't like it. It did come back at the very end.
My
Got some
gosh.
help on the 7. Down it goes for a strike and a 37-pin lead.
Well, and that just illustrates what I was just talking about. Sometimes great shots don't strike and sometimes other shots do. I mean, this was a very good shot, but it was also very fortunate. It was a solid 7 with a very bizarre messenger. It just barely touched it. Now he doesn't like it. Okay, he's got the 7-pin. Wait a minute, are you kidding me?
That was a myriad of reactions.
Yeah, well, it was a lot happening in a short period of time.
Yeah, didn't
That
like
was
that one either.
pulled.
He turned that away from that one.
Yeah,
No break this time.
He pulled that off his hand. That was way right. Leaves the 2, the 4, the 7, and the 8. This ball never got projected down the lane far enough left, and that's kind of a mess. The 2, 4, 7, 8 and can take his 33-pin lead and shave it down to about 20 in an instant. Needs to get the ball between the 2 and the 4 with enough energy to get that 8-pin. And you can't make it any better. Just a perfect spare conversion. Keeps his momentum going.
Anthony's road.
Well, he lost in the 2nd round and took him a while to make it, but he got there.
Boeing.com started selling Boeing equipment online in 1999 and have built their business on customer service, hard work, and an absolute dedication to helping the sport of bowling. Head over to Boeing.com to check it out.
Another quality strike by Anthony Nair. This one he gets paid for. Got a possibility of a 232 game for Nair if he strikes here in the 9th and punches it out in the 10th. And it's a 6-pin, just so close, but it's not going to be. So now his possible is 212. Solomon can strike out for 255.
Eighth frame, Solomon to have the 5 straight strike streak end. Now the foundation frame up by 33 pins and looking good This is a 2-game match, though, in the total pinfall. We saw Jennifer Laredo make a huge comeback in the second game, down by 51 pins and won. So anything can happen, total pinfall, but right now Solomon continues to be locked in. He's been so solid, Marshall.
Beautiful shot. You know, he made that one errant shot in the 8th frame and then made a great spare conversion and comes right back with a perfect shot. Sends the ball left, brings it back with the power, and he's got the proper roll on the ball to knock that 7-pin over. Nothing Anthony Nyer can do but watch and admire right now. One more, he'll be in the 250s, Dave.
He's still thinking about adjustments. You can tell he's not totally happy. Why not?
He must be some kind of a perfectionist because it all looks pretty good to me. I mean, except for the one errant shot he threw in the 8th frame, he's looked very, very solid.
Solomon homeschooled, very good student. Wants to go to Cal Poly, maybe Cal Tech, study chemistry.
I don't want to be too self-deprecating, but I can't spell chemistry. I won't take it. It's going to be 255 with another strike and just a great, great game. The one errant shot that he made the spare with. He did get one good break with that 7-pin that somehow magically fell over. But many, many, many quality shots. For Nyer, the best he can do is 212. .254.
Pretty good first game, to say the least. Leaves the 6. Solomon in great shape. It's about total pinfall.
Yeah, Solomon is by no means is he there celebrating about what he just did. He's thinking about what he just did on the last shot that left the 6-pin. And, you know, he didn't throw it quite right. So he's a very calculated young man. That's got to hurry. That was just fast off his hand, and now this deficit, which was 52, it could turn into close to 70 if he doesn't pick this up. Just watch this. It just didn't project the ball out on the lane. It just sort of fell off his hand. Hydroplane down the lane, leaving the 1, the 3, the 4, the 6, and the 7.
It's a big cover. Can't complete it.
Well, he's going to get 9. One of them, we got a messenger that took out one of them, so it's going to be 186.
254, 186. Big advantage. 68 pins through one game. A 2-game total pinfall championship match on CBS Sports Network. Game 2 is on the way. Look at that lead for Salamat, defending champion, going for another title. And Marshall, he has been locked in from the beginning, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he's making great shocks, and he's had a few good breaks. This is huge right there. I know that's like an immaculate conception strike there. And just doing his job and not getting ahead of himself. You know, he knows it's a 2-game match. You can't explode your emotions too early. You have to save something for the end. And you know, he had 8 out of his 12 shots were strikes in game 1. That'll work. And another perfect delivery from Solomon Salama.
He is bowling a tremendous match here. Now, if you're Anthony, you're in a big deficit. Do you just forget about that first game?
You have to.
The number doesn't go away.
You have to. You just have to start striking and keep striking. There's nothing else he can do. He needs to just put the pedal to the metal. Start out with the first 2 strikes and then sit down, see what Solomon does, and then take it from there. I mean, it doesn't. It certainly doesn't look good. It does. You know, it looks rather bleak, but it's not impossible. somewhere Mike Durbin, my first play-by-play man, is saying if you can do it with a pencil, you can do it with a ball. Great shot, front two. All right.
That's how you start.
Yeah, I mean there's 10 pins down, and if something strange were to happen with Solomon, if he were to leave a swishing 7-10 or make an errant shot, throw an open frame, it could be a 40-pin match in just a matter of seconds. That being said, it doesn't look like he wants to stop striking. And
wow.
And he does do that. Does that occasionally, where he drops the ball a little bit, but he still gets good roll. There's Lisa Primavera, Solomon's mother, and a proud mother, I am sure. Watched her boy win this last year. He's in a dominant position right now to go back to back. It's never happened before. He's not on the boys' side. God, he's starting to remind me of Jesper Svensson, who on the Pro Bowlers Tour, when he gets it going, he just doesn't miss.
Two-handed lefty.
Yeah.
Incredible power.
Yeah.
And of course, Solomon's favorite bowler is, well, not Jesper. It's Jason Belmonte. But either way, two amazing two-handers.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony trying to stay hot here, and a 7-pin stands.
Makes a good shot, but leaves a 7-pin. All that Anthony can do is just make the best quality shots he can, and at the end, you're probably gonna end up shaking his hand. Congratulations. 6-pin sits in the channel. Excuse me, that's the 4-pin, sits in the channel, doesn't quite pop out. I keep thinking I'm a right-hander, which I am, but I need to put my left-handed brain on.
Lefty right here, right next to you.
I know.
You'll get it. 7-pin, knocks it down.
Good spare.
There is a spot on the developmental Team USA roster on the line for the winner of this event here today. Amanda Jennifer Spencer, winner of this one between Solomon and Anthony, will make that team. Training Team USA, a representative as well as at the Tournament of Americas in Florida coming up. What an opportunity.
Oh,
train with some of the greats.
Yeah, that'd be great. Anthony's thrown a lot of good shots. He's made a couple of errors. Solomon's made one mistake, got away with it, got the spare. Anthony's carry hasn't been as good, and Solomon's just not laying off the accelerator.
Looks for the front four to go up by 89. Can he keep this roll going? You better believe it. Tremendous bowling for the defending champ. Solomon Salama is absolutely crushing it out there.
It's kind of got a little bit of the Francois Lavoie going, where he's just like the captain of cool. Got all these strikes, and he's not getting overly pumped up at all. He's just doing his job.
Big Dodger fan. Favorite player, Clayton Kershaw, left-handed star pitcher. He's a
Yeah,
lefty.
yeah, Clayton Kershaw, he's pretty good. And this lefty, maybe he's thinking, okay, nobody's ever won this twice in a row. Has anybody ever won it twice in a row and shot 300?
We'll look that up, but I doubt it right now.
Yeah,
I doubt it.
It's a big-time no as he throws just another gorgeous shot.
99-pin lead. This is just incredible.
Yeah, and Anthony's really bowled pretty good. Continues to. Great shot. Yeah, this is just one player just dominating. I mean, Anthony's bowled pretty good, but Solomon has been untouchable. But no coronation yet. We saw a very strange reversal of fortune in our girls match. Anthony can still shoot 279.
Zero margin for error, though, if that's going to happen.
Yeah, not now. Not now. 2.478. We saw that with Solomon in the last game. He picked it up. Needs to make this to keep the deficit under 100, and that got off his hand and just got away from him.
Yeah, tough moment there for Anthony into the channel. He's down by 111 pins to Solomon Salama in the second game. Solomon nearing a championship. Solomon Salama from Beverly Hills, California. A huge lead on Anthony Nair from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. 111 pin advantage in our championship U15 junior gold boys. Jennifer Laredo won on the girls' side earlier today. Solomon Salama trying to become the first ever to repeat a championship. U15 winner last year in Indy.
He's more than trying.
And he is en route to another one.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
It's been just incredible, and it just continues after the break with a front six. It's amazing. What a clinic he's putting on right now.
That's for sure.
Up by 121 pins.
This is not a soft house shot condition. This is a competitive sport shot that he is absolutely destroying. He shot 254 the first game. He's already in the 240s this game. He's going to shoot 500 plus. It certainly looks like it anyway. With a strike here and just marks out, he shoots over 500. Ho hum.
Front seven, up by 131 pins. Absolutely fantastic bowling for the young man.
Every shot looks just like the previous one. Flush pocket hit. Solomon Salama is a train, and you better get out of his way. Another quality shot from Anthony Nair, but it's only going to be 9 pins. And it's got to be disheartening right now. I mean, he's just bowling to finish the game. There's nothing he can do. Solomon has an insurmountable lead. Now it's just about bowling for pride, Dave.
Only 3 players, Marshall, have won multiple junior gold titles in history. Brianna Clemmer, 2012 U15 and 2014 the U20. Stephanie Nation now Johnson won 3 between 03 and 05. Shannon Plahowski between 99 and 2001 won 3. That's it in the history of the junior gold program. It's pretty amazing. About to have a repeat winner for the first time on the boys' side ever. And maybe a 300 game.
5 more. There's no such thing as a commentator curse. It's fiction. You say whatever you want.
8th frame.
This man right there is throwing the ball, not you.
Looks for the front 8.
Why
Stays
not?
locked in.
Why not?
Tap on the 10. Down it goes. 8 straight.
And good sportsmanship from Anthony Nair.
The match is mathematically over. Solomon has won the championship. How about a 300 game 2 to boot?
Wow. I'm impressed.
Extraordinary.
Wow.
Bill O'Neill's impressed.
You bet. To the front 9.
Got it!
Beautiful.
9 straight for Solomon.
You can just see, and looking in his eyes, you can see as if he's saying, I have business to do. I'm not going to get too excited yet. My. Good for you, Anthony.
Follow at @youth_bowling on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Users can expect to see youth event coverage, enter contests, and learn about all things youth bowling.
Nobody was going to beat Solomon today.
Absolutely not.
Nobody.
Nine pin here for Anthony. He's got a lot to be proud of.
Going to be 2-0 with a spare, and and count.
But after 186, as you mentioned, I mean, that's not bad bowling. He was solid, but no one can knock off this buzzsaw that has been Solomon today. Just tremendous. And he whiffs on the 9-pin, so a miss there for 194.
I'm not so sure he didn't do that on purpose, just to get out of Solomon's way and give him the opportunity to get up and make history.
Ebonite will add $1,000 to the scholarship for Solomon Salama with a 300 game. So there's even more on the line.
Yeah, I don't know if this young man's even aware of that. Come on, let's do it.
How about 10? Yeah! 10 straight.
As good a shot as he's thrown the entire game. Now he's starting to blow out some air. We'll take one more look at what is the repeatable Solomon Salama. Front 10 after shooting 254 the first game. Just extraordinary. That's got to hold, and it does
hold, Marshall.
He didn't like it. He didn't like it off his hand.
One more for a perfect game and $1,000
Watch as
of scholarship
he
money.
throws this ball and he just turns away in disgust. It's perfect.
It was a perfect shot.
Oh, okay, I'll take it. And a little bit of a run out that time. He showed some emotion.
He's already won the championship. Mom's got to be so proud.
Oh, gosh.
Now,
how much fun.
A possible
come on
perfect game.
You got to do it.
And big scholarship money.
Got to do it.
Here he goes for the 300. Solomon! Oh, 7-pin stance. He's 1 pin away. He finishes with a 299.
What a great effort. What a great game. And what a classy young man. Solomon Salama, as he goes back to back, getting the congratulations of everyone.
An incredible moment, history made for the first time ever. A boy has defended a junior gold championship. Solomon Salama makes history today in suburban Cleveland. How about this young man? 299 in the second game. 553 two-game total, and he's a champion in 2017.
276 average for 2 games. Unbelievable.
There's the smile, little relief. Solomon Salama from Beverly Hills, California has done it. He's defended his championship. Score of 553, 380, but Solomon Salama, 12th shot, chance for a perfect game, everything but the 7-pin. But still, he makes history. First ever repeat winner of the boys U15. Randy Schicker for Ebonite with the winners, Jennifer Laredo and Solomon Salama. Also earned a spot on the Junior Team USA developmental squad as well with their victories here today. Congratulations to Jennifer and to Solomon, winners here today in suburban Cleveland of the Under-15 Junior Gold Championships. Join us Tuesday, August 8th at 8 Eastern for the Under-20 Junior Gold Championships. And also on Wednesday, September 6th at 8 Eastern for the Smithfield PWBA Tour Championship. Now for Marshall Ullman and the entire